Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of Let's Go DFW.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We've got a busy show with tons of upcoming events.
And don't forget celebrity interviews for new movies.
But first, Brooke's hitting the tailgating scene at the SMU Baylor game.
We've got that and more, so stick around for this edition of Let's Go DFW.
Hey, and welcome to another exciting episode of Let's Go DFW. I'm Dan Roto.
And I'm Emily Reppert, and this is your go-to spot for everything from entertainment news to pop culture.
That's right. Movies, music, food, fashion, and tons more.
Yeah, and today's gonna be a great show.
So we're ready. Let's go, DFW.
Since football season is back, Brooke, I got one question for you. Where's the party at, girl?
Well, I went to the SMU Baylor game and quickly learned that their fans do not mess around when it comes to pregame.
Did you get any tailgating action in?
We did. In fact, they don't even call it tailgating. It's boulevarding.
Sounds like they know how to jumpstart game day.
Oh yeah, let's take a look. It's the first college game day of many here in Dallas, Texas, and the neighborhood locals, SMU, they're taking on number 4 ranked Baylor on a national stage. They're warming up behind me where the game will take place tonight, but we all know the game doesn't start here, it starts out there. Because I'm usually on the sidelines, I've enlisted the help of Kyle Noonan, owner of Free Range Concepts here in Dallas. Kyle, you've kind of branded yourself a tailgate connoisseur. So when it comes to the Boulevard, where's the first place you go?
I think you're saying I like to drink a lot is what you're saying by mentioning that. But really, I mean, you can look around. You have to have energy at a tailgate. You have to have great food, and you have to have cold beer. Beyond that, you have a good time, and then you go in and watch the game afterwards.
When it comes to grilling, you're entertaining sometimes 100 people.
Yes.
Grilling can be a little monotonous sometimes. How do you make sure the meat is still good while having a good time?
The cool thing about barbecue is you can do things low and slow, just let it smoke and chill out on the grill. So you really want to have no fuss, you want to have no mess, just have a good piece of meat, staying on the smoker for as long as you want. The more smoke, the better flavor, and you're good to go. Barbecue and tailgates are about not messing around, not fussing around, just having a good time.
We're here with Trey Lentz, the owner, founder, creator of this one-of-a-kind boulevard, I should say, this Tins. Tell me a little bit about what you have going on.
Well, I'm from Kansas City, and tailgating is what we do. It's all about barbecue, tailgating, Kansas City Chiefs, football, Royals, and that's kind of what we do. We grew up hanging out with our family and our friends. You know, more open spaces. Here it's more of a confined space. And
Trey, this boulevard has gotten so much attention before that ESPN has covered it, Fox has covered it. What happened there?
it's just, you have Dallas. We're in Dallas, Texas. It's SMU. It's boulevarding. You have beautiful people, beautiful women. What else do you want?
How did all of this get started?
President Turner with the universities from Ole Miss, and kind of brought that whole style of the Ole Miss and the boulevarding here in town. So Dallas is the best one to have, best place to be.
And I have to ask you this question. Have you ever been to an SMU game?
I've been to every SMU game, correct.
Oh, great. So you actually make it to the stadium.
Back in the old stadium, the Cotton Bowl, back when we were here. Yes, I'm a big fan.
So you're not just a boulevarder, you are an actual fan.
True. I may show up late to the games, but I show up.
Hey, better late than never, right?
Right. Yes, definitely.
Thank you,
Go
Trey.
Ponies. Pony up.
What's up, guys? I'm outside of SMU Stadium at the tailgating haven. It's crazy here, and I'm with
Liam Fisher, Preston Gamster, Everett Corson.
Okay, guys, those are great names, by the way, very unique. So I'm here with SMU fan.
Oh, whoa, I'm not.
I'm just kidding. And I'm with
Amanda.
So we recently interviewed the actors for this movie called Perfect Guy.
Okay.
And we want to know, we came out here to ask girls, guys, who their perfect guy or girl is. So who would be your perfect guy?
He has to be athletic, so preferably football. Tall, light eyes. He has to be very chivalrous, family oriented.
So would you say you're picky?
I'm very picky.
Who would be your perfect girl? Like hair color, eye color?
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Probably a blonde, brunette, and blue eyes.
Blonde hair and blue eyes. Okay. Sounds like history's repeating itself.
Tall, dark, and handsome. I know that's cliche, but it's true. If he opens my car door on the first date, he's getting a second date for sure.
Oh, I was gonna go somewhere else. Okay, right on.
Oh my God, no. Perfect guy. He's got to have a great sense of humor, attractive, athletic.
Stop.
I like a little bit of a mama's boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love you, Mom.
Yeah. And a little bit dorky. I love a little bit of nerd with my guy.
What you understand is there's more to it than just physical appearance. It's being able to enjoy the atmosphere of being able to have that commonality is so important because...
So you went after her not based on looks at all?
Oh, that's... those looks started the chemistry, but it was, you know, the eventual combination that allowed it to erupt. Think about it when you were in elementary school, you had that volcano, it was baking soda and vinegar. Okay. It was the volcano that showed that interest, but once those chemicals combined, it was just an eruption.
I'm not gonna say like a chest size, but like bigger than normal.
Good chest size. So if this guy, so he picks you up, he opens his car door for you, you get in, he even closes it for you.
Oh,
okay.
what an angel! What
yeah.
an angel. Okay.
He puts a seatbelt on for you and everything.
Well, I'm not a toddler,
Well,
but
see,
okay.
but it's classy.
Okay.
Where would he have to take you to like really woo you? You know?
So I'll be honest, I have high standards for a first date. I'm talking Nick and Sam's, Eddie V's, Bob's Steakhouse, because let's be honest, the conversation might be bad, so I at least want to have good food while I'm there.
So let me ask you, now say you guys get these girls, where would you take them on a date?
I would probably take him to like a steakhouse of some kind because I think some girl that pretty deserves to go there.
That's classy. This guy knows.
You go to a Rangers game, you go to, nice dinner, have a nice meal.
Something fun, creative, dinner, movie, no thank you. But if a guy ever tried to take me bowling, that would be the end of our date.
Guys, put away the ball. Put away the ball. What's been something that's gone wrong on a date? Like, what are some turnoffs that this guy could do?
I don't know if I want to say this.
Say it.
I actually went on a date and we ended up going to Starbucks and it kind of felt like an interview. That was probably the worst date I've ever been on. And we sat outside and it was like very, I don't know.
Did he pay?
No.
You don't bowl ever?
No, never.
Okay. Right on, guys. Great shirt, having fun at the game. Thanks a lot for doing this. Great work. So that sums up my time here at the SMU tailgating party. I learned a lot about what Baylor girls and SMU girls like in guys. And to all the girls that I ever took bowling on our first date, you lied to me. You said you were having fun. But anyways, I'm gonna go enjoy the game, hopefully find my dream girl. Catch you guys in the next episode of Let's Go DFW. Catch you guys later. Later in the show,
to celebrate the start of this 2015 season, the kickoff.
All of us on defense to pick our game to take to the next level. So, Paul, I heard that you got to interview the beautiful Kate Bosworth.
I did. Talk about 90 minutes in heaven.
Oh, I'm sure. But this is also based on the best-selling book, right?
Yes, that's actually the title of it. And this incredible journey about a man who dies and comes back to life is now a film.
Wow, sounds like an inspiring story. I want to see your interview.
Well, let's take a look. Well, we're excited to see this movie tonight, and a lot of people are really excited to see you. Cool. And we're going to talk about the movie tomorrow, but first, since we've got you here, we got to ask, what are you thinking about the new Star Wars films?
I'm excited for them. They were such a big part of my life for, many years, and I've been keeping my tabs on what they're doing, and I think they're up to good stuff. So I've got high hopes for these new movies.
We got to know, why was it so important for you to make this?
It was just a story that I was affected by. I remember putting down the script for the first time and just feeling like this was a story that had an important message, and I was a fan of the filmmaker and of Kate Bosworth. And then when I found out that they were going to be donating all the profits to charity, I just thought that this was a really, special thing that I wanted to be a part of.
Wow, thank you so much for being with us. It's got to be kind of strange to see the story of your life on the big screen.
It's truly strange. It's overwhelming and stunning, surreal to see people saying your words and acting a part of your life that in some ways was very exceptional, but also very painful. So we hope it moves people.
You're gonna make it. You have to make it. You've made it this far.
I don't know that I want to make it.
What is it like to play someone that's
that's still here and that's sitting right next to you, because that's got to be a little bit more nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I mean, there's a great sense of responsibility when you're telling someone's story, and then when that certain someone is on set, you know, watching you work, it's there's a new added layer of pressure for sure. You know, I always told Don that he was going to be my biggest critic, and I needed to, you know, make him happy.
Well, I know there's a lot of people kind of tearing up last night, but how hard was it for you guys to watch that?
I mean, it's been such an emotional journey for us too,
Yeah.
because we've been trying, I mean, you lived this life, and we've been trying to make this into a movie for 7 years?
7 years, yes.
So to,
yes.
I mean, to sit at the premiere and think, wow, we've done it. We're here. We made it.
We made it.
You know, it's
We made it.
emotional, and we're so excited for people to see it.
Well, I'll leave it on a humorous note. Do you miss the mustache? That's a pretty impressive caterpillar.
I had fondness for the mustache as I sported one, but no, I do not miss the mustache. I do not miss the mustache.
But you know, it's accurate. In 1989, I had, believe it or not, dark hair and a mustache to go with it. So I have pictures to prove it.
Yeah, I was proud of that mustache.
Yeah, well, you did a great job. It was a fine mustache.
I worked hard on that mustache.
Join me next week from the Toronto International Film Festival, where I talk to Oscar winner Benicio del Toro about his new film Sicario, an intense action crime thriller set at the U.S.-Mexico border.
5 miles, 25 obstacles. One question. Are you ready to get your gladiator on? This is the beast.
Hey guys, I'm at Gallery at Midtown and Artist Studios with Sandy Huffman, who's the president of Love for Kids. Now, Love for Kids has been around since 1975. How did it all get started?
1975, Bill Barrett, the philanthropist in Dallas that won the Linz Award, and Alan Powdermaker, who was the founder of Circle R Ranch, went to a party and found out there was 200 Vietnamese children that didn't have a place to go for Christmas, didn't know what Christmas was about, and so they in the elevator, they said, you know, we love kids, and they said, let's name our new organization Love for Kids. And they did a Christmas party for them, and that's what's happened every year for 40 years.
And so you guys do everything from kids to seniors,
Seniors,
right? Is that
yeah,
correct?
that is exactly right. We do a seniors party called the Spring Fling. We have 1,200 in-need seniors that get a party once a year. And we have a band or a DJ that they can, you know, they can all get out and dance, and they do. We even had Elvis this year.
I love
They came
that.
and sang for him, and they all sang along with Elvis, and it was really awesome. But and then of course we have our All Kids Count, and that is where our disabled children come with their families, and that is where we found our Kathy, where Stephanie found her.
Kathy came up to me and asked if she could get on the stage, and that's what Empowered is about. We're accepting and love the kids, and she came up and sang, and there was not a dry eye in the house. It was just the most moving, beautiful thing.
Of course.
So we contacted Kathy and asked her to be a part of Empowered, and she is now a part of Empowered and is going to be at the event on the 19th and singing and performing with
people
Empowered.
can catch that tearjerker performance.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. Now, Doug is an artist that is contributing some of his artwork to Palette to Palette. So how did you get involved with Palette to Palette?
My wife and I were part of Palette to Palette event 2 years ago, and Sandy Huffman invited us to help with this year's event. My wife and I, Kiki Winters, and I'm Doug Winters, we're going to be donating some work.
How many pieces are you actually donating to Palette to Palette?
One each. I'm going to do one large piece, and my wife will be donating a large piece. I'm donating a Willie Nelson, and she'll be painting a large abstract.
How can people find out more about your events and Palette to Palette?
Well, they can go to www.palettetopalette.org, and the website will tell them all about the program that we're doing the night of September the 19th. Also, you can purchase your tickets online as well.
And you can also get that information on our website, letsgotv.com. Sandy, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
We hope to see you guys there. Lots of food, wine, art. Come on, guys, do it for the kids. It's going to be a great charity event.
The new thriller, The Perfect Guy, Deals with a relationship gone wrong that turns into a stalking situation. You ever had anything like that happen to you?
You mean as the stalker or the stalkie? You know, why does it always seem to be the guys that are doing the stalking? Have you ever done anything like that?
Well, of course not, because I'm the perfect guy.
If you say so, Salpin.
But seriously, we got a chance to talk to the stars of the film, Morris Chestnut, Michael Ealy, and Sanaa Lathan.
Let's take a look.
So congratulations on this. It's so cool to see you as the bad guy, because we don't usually get to see you like this.
No, that was part of the appeal of the role, and that was, I think that's part of the fun of the project.
I know that there's a lot of kind of cyber stalking out there, and that's, I don't know how you research something like that. Did you find someone to stalk?
Here's the funny thing. I'm not that well versed when it comes to computers and technology, so the joy of what I do is I get to play someone who can hack into your life and, make your tax bill like higher than it is. Like, that's the kind of fun thing that I get to play sometimes.
Well, given what you do, you probably have had a couple of experiences maybe with some people that get a little bit too close or a little too creepy, right?
You definitely had some close calls, and some people, they can obsess about certain things. But I've been fortunate to kind of stay clear of guys like him. You know what I mean? Yeah, so far, truly.
And I also want to apologize for desecrating your poster.
Oh, nice.
There's a beautiful woman in the poster, and then all of a sudden there's me.
You see that? You see that? Look at that. That's what happens. Wow. Now we look like a singing group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We kind of look like a singing group.
Don't want to be in a singing group with me.
No, that's right. Me neither, man. Me neither.
You're upset, that's all. That's all. We'll get through it together.
Carter.
Do you love me?
I'm not sure.
Can you tell me a little bit about your role as executive producer?
Clint Culpepper came to me a couple years ago and over dinner pitched me the idea, and I was like, let's do it. And that kind of thing happens all the time, and sometimes you'll never hear again from somebody. And a couple years later, there was a script, and we got the team together, and Clint was nice enough to, I asked him, the truth is I was like, so am I a producer on this? Because we are, we're actively working on this. And he said, yeah. So it's really just about, I've done this kind of thing before. It's just, this is the first kind of foray into producing.
Can you tell me a little bit about working on the set? Because it seems like such a good crew, such a fun time, but then you have to stop. All right, stop. We're going to be intense here, right?
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, working on this movie was fun. I mean, I had seen Michael throughout the years. We never worked together. Really, I mean, we were in Think Like a Man, but we really didn't interact. And then Sanaa and I, we did the Best Man movies together, but we never really interacted. So to work with both of them, they're both, great actors and just really, truly professionals, and we had a great time.
Yeah. Are you a big fan of the thriller genre?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most
what
definitely.
are some of your favorites?
Well, Fatal Attraction, Basic Instinct, Hannibal, all those types of movies. I'm really a huge fan.
Coming up next.
Don't miss Freed's Summer Sizzler event going on now. Huge savings on name brand products. Fill every room in your home for pennies on the dollar. Bedroom sets, dining room sets, sofas, theater chairs, coffee tables, accent tables, office desks, patio furniture, recliners, mattresses, and more. All will be reduced hundreds of dollars for this sale. Shop Dallas, Arlington, and Plano. No one beats Freed's on quality, style, selection, or price. Shop early for best selection, and whatever you do not miss this sale. What, you want me to clean up my office or give you great deals on furniture?
Hi, this is Dean. I'm at the Mad Decent Block Party going on downtown Dallas. This is a collection of some of the world's best DJs. In fact, I got to sit down with one of the world's best DJs, Party Favor. Some of his answers are pretty awesome. This crowd is great, and you're gonna want to see this interview. It's coming up. You got to.
So I'm with the super fabulous Party Favor. Just got done with your set.
Dude, you had the crowd going.
It was wild. It was awesome. I love Dallas. I played here a couple times, and every time the crowd in Texas is always amazing. So for me, playing here, it was wild. And they came out and they rocked in the sun, so I can't complain.
Exactly.
You know? So, yeah.
And every set for you is different when you play.
Right.
How do you read a crowd? Is that part of it?
Oh, totally. I mean, I think the best guys in the business and the ones that are successful are very good at reading the crowds. And I think that's something you have to always keep your eye on, because not every market likes the same music, and not every group of people likes the same things, and they might have heard the similar drops and different things like that. So you got to kind of constantly watch them, see what they're vibing with, and kind of work them sometimes.
So do you research before you come to the city?
No, I mean, I usually kind of come with I kind of know the general overall what I'm gonna play. I have a big playlist of songs, but it's never the same. Or I might play a very similar set, the next city, but it might be completely different order, or it might be coming differently. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy collaborating with other DJs, or do you like to stick with yourself?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Collaborating is one of my favorite things, because I think that you bring something to the table, they bring something to the table, and it's you get to see what happens when you mix two minds together. And I think that's awesome.
So who are some of your favorites, and who do you want to eventually collaborate with?
Oh man, I mean, I'd love to collaborate with Skrillex, whose trailer we're in right now.
Yep, that's true.
Sorry,
Yep.
Skrillex.
Yeah. Thank you, actually, for allowing us to do this. Yep.
I clogged the toilet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, someone like him, who I think is someone who is a tastemaker, and that I know him, and I've been around him, played shows with him, but I've never had a chance to work with him, and I think that someone like him would bring the best out of me, and I want to work with people that are better than me. So that's kind of like what I want to do. So,
yeah. So what's the next event for you? Where are you off to next?
I'm off to Austin tomorrow.
Cool.
So just down the way.
Keeping it in Texas.
Yes, keeping it Texas.
Good.
And it's gonna be a good one. That's another good lineup, and then after that, I think I have a couple more next weekend, and then I go on a bus tour for the fall, and then.
Speaking of tours, I really want to ask this. So, what's one of your favorite stories from being on the road?
Yeah, I mean, I've had crazy fans. One time we had a fan ran up on stage and ran at me, and then they grabbed the front, and there's they have LED panels on the stage. Yeah. Well, it was kind of barely attached, and it fell back, and it fell on top of her, and it pulled the table over, and all the stuff fell on top of her, all over it, and I was left standing there, and all the equipment's on the ground, and it was just kind of it ruined the vibe, but it was kind of funny looking back on it, because it's whatever. But sometimes the fans get crazy, and they not just even for me, but they're so hyped up or whatever, and they go crazy.
Dude, that's great. Yeah. That's fantastic. Well, I really appreciate your time today, man. Yeah, thank you so much. For sure. Everyone, check out Party Favors Music online, and we'll see you at the next party.
And next week, be sure to keep your eyes in the sky, where you can check out Emily and I at the Plano Hot Air Balloon Festival.
I'm afraid of heights, right?
I didn't. This will be a blast.
Yeah, and Dean and I are going to channel our inner warriors during the Gladiator Rock and Run.
And we'll also be at Love for Kids Palette to Palette fundraiser at Midtown Gallery, so be sure to check that out.
Yeah, for more information, check out our website, letsgotv.com.
With the preseason coming to a close, we know that the Dallas Cowboys offensive line is as solid as ever, and that Tony Romo is poised to have his strongest season yet. So we caught up with the boys at their annual luncheon. It is that time of year again, football season. And if you are a football fan, then you know of the Dallas Cowboys. You know of their recent frustrations, and you know of their fearless leader. Love him or hate him. But this year the buzz is different. They are chasing trophies, championship trophies. And now they have players, coaches, and Hall of Famers buying in. Captain Smith, you are a byproduct of Happy Hill, the organization that this event sponsors today. So how did you end up in Happy Hill, and then now you're here as a captain?
Absolutely. It all started, my mother, she was having trouble taking care of my brother and I. I'm a twin, Josh, and so we ended up at Happy Hill to give us kind of a good foundation to start off life. And Ed Shipman, great guy. He has an awesome thing down at Happy Hill Farm, and he gave us the foundation to start a successful life. My brother and I ended up going to Texas A&M, where we graduated after 4 years, and joined the Air Force after that, and the rest is history. But it all goes back to Happy Hill Farm and Ed Shipman and the things he has going down there. Really great school.
And you're here today because they truly take care of their alumni. You are a graduate, but you're still here.
Absolutely. It's great to come out to the kickoff luncheon every year. I like to support the Happy Hill Farm aspect of it. The kickoff luncheon benefits Happy Hill Farm, and it kind of brings about awareness of what they do down there, and I like to help out and add anything I can to that. So it's great.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Captain Smith.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, this is really a special day for so many different reasons. You know, be associated with Happy Hill Farm, which is such an amazing place that's impacted so many lives through the years, and then to celebrate the start of this 2015 season, the kickoff. And I think we do a great job here of remembering the past, and we talked about it today. It's a tradition, but more than that, it's a standard. And Michael represents that, Emmett represents that, and so many others do, and we're excited about the opportunity that we have to uphold that standard.
I remember in the recent years, y'all were criticized for taking some offensive linemen early on in the draft. Now they're getting offensive MVP. You have to say, I told you so on that.
Well, it certainly feels good to have that group up there, and they're a big reason for our success last year, and obviously they were rightfully honored in terms of their award today. But I think it's well said. I think we had the top-rated passer and the best rusher in the NFL last year, and that doesn't happen without a great offensive line. And of course, we didn't stop this year. We drafted another one in the third, and of course got we think a steal in La'el Collins in free agency. So we'll just continue to build on that. We think that's a big part of what we're about, our identity, and we'll continue to work at it.
Losing a guy like Orlando Scandrick, that's a terrible thing, but there's got to be a silver lining in that. How has that brought y'all together as a team, or what is a positive?
You know, like you said, losing a playmaker in our back end, one of our captains, our leaders of our defense, it's a big loss for us. You know, to say that we have the recipe or the key ingredient to fill this place, we don't have that. It's going to take all of us in that defensive backfield room, all of us on defense to pick our games to take to the next level to fill that void of a major, impactful player on our side of the ball.
There's a lot of positivity going into this season that has to have you excited.
Yeah, we're excited, but we understand the only thing that matters is what we do, and we need to come to work every day, and our players have done a great job doing that throughout training camp and laying a great foundation for us. You know, the NFL is hard, and we're going to be challenged, but guys are ready for the challenge, have worked hard for it. We're excited about the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Carrot.
Great to see you.
This stadium is probably the quietest it's going to be all season long. There's a lot of buzz around the Cowboys going into this season, and it all started today at the luncheon benefiting the Happy Hill Farm, an organization that has helped generations of youth. So until the first kickoff, I'm Brooke Williamson.
Today was a blast. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you had as much fun as we did.
And if you want to see where we're at next, follow us on social media and even our website at letsgotv.com. I'm Dan Roto.
I'm Emily Ruppert.
And this is
Let's Go DFW. See you next time.